Come on.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome into Fifth Down Territory, presented by Stadium Rant. Catching my words here. I'm Nolan Brooks. I'm here with Mr. CEO himself, Tyler Lamb, and we're very, very excited for this special episode of Fifth Down Territory. We have a special guest joining us tonight. He is a former first-round pick of the San Diego Chargers. He is a former All-American, a three-time national champion at Alabama. You name it, he's done it all. He's seen it all. We want to welcome D.J Fluker to the show tonight. DJ, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me on the show tonight. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely. Well, we'll just kick it right off here, and we want to talk to you about your time in the league and everything. And we'll start off easy. You know, what's your favorite moment that you've had from the NFL? I mean, you've been in this for around a decade now. So what's your favorite moment so far that you've had?
I think that I think my first rookie year, my rookie year coming in, I had a point to prove that I can play. A lot of guys kind of like was like, oh, he may not be as quick or be as fast, but I kind of like my first year, I actually proved them wrong. I was in the top ranking of the top two tackles that year as a rookie. So I mean, I kind of proved my point right there. I wasn't a bust, But after a while, coaches have changed during that time. A couple years in there, and I ended up moving to guard, which my career kind of like went up and down. But the thing about it is with me was like I guess my attitude had changed. I think I had to learn a lot more to just playing one position, which was cool. My coach prepared me for that. Joe Delasagers, who right now he's coaching for the Baltimore Ravens. But that's just part of the game. But I think that was probably my funnest moment, and the rest of my career just started going. It got better as I got older, shall I say?
For sure,
of course. So the other questions that we have for you, like what's something about playing in the NFL that no one outside like me and Nolan could really understand about it? Like what's something that you could share that is special to an NFL player?
I think that everything that you worked hard for from high school as a kid, and the coaches always getting on you about doing the right thing, doing all the little things correctly. I think you realize how much it meant to them. It meant to them to see how to make sure that you shine as you got older. And I have to thank those coaches for doing that, to keep me on the right path to be who I am today. Because I don't think without those coaches that I had that was in my ear always about being on time, being in the right place at the right time. I always sit in front of the classroom. I always bugging teachers about extra work, extra homework, and like assignments to do to keep your grades up. And I'm glad they did that because, it changed the way I thought about things in my mindset. I think that's and when you reach that level of like tenacity, being on that NFL top tier, like you're like, dang, all the hard work finally paid off, and it came together. And those coaches seeing something in me that I did not see. I think that means a lot.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's awesome, man. It's very cool. Like I know you said earlier about like kind of having an up and down career, but man, you made it to the NFL. Like there's only a handful of people on this planet that can say that. And we're very, very honored to have you on here and to be talking to you. So just wanted to make that point. Nolan, what's the next question?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So kind of going along with moments in the league. So we've got your favorite moment. Do you have like a funny story now from the league? Is there a time where you just have a moment with teammates or something that's funny to you and special to you to look back on and say, wow, that was hilarious?
I I'll tell you my most scariest moment. I'll tell you one of the moments when I was like, so we were playing. I was in Chargers. This was my rookie year. I've actually done that twice my rookie in my second year. I had my coach was like, "Hey, you gotta go play left tackle." So our left tackle goes down my rookie year at Jacksonville. King Dunlap, the guy he's played for the Eagles. He was right tackle for the Eagles in 2012. So he goes down, and I got my teammate Jerry McClary, who he's an 8-year veteran during that time. Nick Hardwick, who's also at the Chargers at the time, center, Pro Bowl center also. And they're looking at me like, "Hey, dude, you got to go play left tackle." I was like, "What?" said, I ain't played left tackle since high school. I said, I'm not going over there. So, so we had I think one of my teammates was named Will Smith. He went over there. He went over there to play. And after that, he one play he was out. He was out. And I was just like, I'm not going over there. Like, you all we got. You have to go over there. I was like, all right. So I go over there. I'll take a pass test on the sideline for our next year to come in. I got Robert Quinn over there on the opposite side. At I mean, playing at DN over there, I was like, Robert. I said, oh my God, dude, I have no experience on left tackle. I'm literally about to piss down my legs. I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm gonna get knocked out. Like I'm in the wrong position. I'm like panicking. And it happened. He tossed me. He tossed me. My foot got caught under me. He tossed me. I was like, daggone. I got Phil Rivers looking at me. He's like, you okay, Fluky? You okay? Get up. You okay? He ain't touched me. And he's sitting there yelling at me. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good, Phil. I think I'm good. I think I'll just lay here for a minute. I'm literally looking dead at him. And he's like, come on, Fluke, you'll be all right. You can block him. I was like, I'm looking at him like, yeah. I said, all right, Phil. I said, I ain't never played left tackle in my life. I said, all right, here we go. That's probably one of my funniest moments. But thank God we started running the ball because it took the little pressure off of me. But after a while, I started to get the hang of it, and I actually had a good solid year for a couple. I had a good solid game. I had a good couple games at left tackle. Actually, I think I had 4 games playing against some of the greats like Tom Ali, Houston, who played for the Kansas City Chiefs. Them were dogs. Them were real pass
Yeah.
rushers. Like the pass rushers today, I mean, they're great, but like those guys, DeMarcus Ware, the prime DeMarcus Ware, oh man, before he went to Denver,
Throwing people on the ground, right?
throwing
Like
people, spin move, long man. Let me tell you, man. But look, I tell you this though, I learned one thing: I could do it. That's one thing I learned. I could play any position they put me in. I was ready for it. Cause boy, let me tell you, I was panicking. But oh man, you have no idea. But I got through it. That was probably one
That's
of my
wicked funny.
coolest moments. But I see Phil, man. Phil just talking trash the whole time. Just make me panic though. Pisses defenses
That,
off.
that actually segues to a nice question I was going to ask you that you brought up, Philip. Like a lot of people say that he's a big trash talker. Being his teammate, how much did he really talk? Like, was he getting in people's face all the time?
Yeah.
I can see.
Oh man. Yeah, if they couldn't touch him, he was talking. He was talking noise. He's talking noise. Probably every couple of series, he'll say something to the defensive end or the secondary. He said, I remember we were playing. Who were we playing? We were playing Broncos, and they had Tom. On there, Akeem. I can't remember his name.
Akeem Talib?
Yeah, the DB. He was
Yep.
like, "Hey, I know you're coming. Come on, I see you. This is y'all blitz. Come on, it's third and long. Come on, bring it." I was just like, "How did he know that?" But he just looking. You should seen his face. He was just smiling. The DB, T, you know his name. I can't think his name right now.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
He was just smiling. He was like, "Yeah, I'll definitely listen." you know, but
That's
it's just
wicked
like
funny.
it just made me laugh, man. Because he talks so much trash, and he's just like he puts the defense off. It's like, well, Fluke, you just got to block harder. That's all that matters. So like, yeah, but you ain't got to block these guys, guy. Come on, bro. You just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, like you're
Don't get
talking
him too
trash.
angry.
And you get him started up. I don't want to revved up, man. I'm already doing the best I can.
Yeah, you're yelling at DeMarcus Ware that he's trash, and then I got to be the one that's got to deal with him afterwards.
All game
Yeah, all
long.
pissed off.
Yeah,
What?
for sure.
We actually have a quick comment here. Just one of our regular listeners, JC, just shouting you out again. Just like we got an NFL dude to come on here and talk to us. Very cool. Just want to shout him out. So we can move on to the next question. Nolan, do you want to ask Louis' question for him?
Yeah, for sure. So this is from one of our other associates or guys that is on the show. He's not here tonight, but
Right.
he had a question for you. How far is the standard NFL guy from like the best football player, like a city league level? What's that jump from, maybe D1, D2 to that NFL level? Is it drastic, or is it maybe not as big as people think?
I think it's really about your work ethic. I think it's really about how bad honestly, it's about how much work you put in, I guess. I mean, guys can play. You can adapt. I mean, it's hard, but after a few months go by, you start picking up the game speed. I was fortunate enough to go to Alabama and play around and be around NFL coaches and play at an NFL level in college football. Actually, I mean, Coach Saban, he was an NFL coach. Started with the Cleveland Browns with Belichick, and I think he had a great job of coaching us how to act. How I say this, to be disciplined, to put forth the effort, the pride, the discipline, toughness. He embedded that in us. I think that I was fortunate enough to go to a college like that to be a play at that game speed. So, because when I went to the NFL, it was probably like a one step difference. Like that speed wasn't that much. After that, I was like, I got this. After a few games in, it was like, okay, this is easy. Just like practice.
For sure.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so I feel as though if any guy's going to D2, D3, there are guys that if you work hard enough, you can play at the NFL level. Even though they say 1% of us make it, to that level. But I believe that any guy that has a great work ethic that wants it bad enough, you will make that team.
For sure.
That's awesome. It's a really cool way to look at it, for sure. So one of our other colleagues, Shane, he said, with the 17 game schedule still new and the league now pushing for 18, shouldn't the NFLPA be pushing for a second bye week as well?
I wouldn't think it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that that'll probably be something that they'll probably look towards in the future because I mean it is a lot of wear and tear on your body playing that long. I mean I kind of like them with 16 games. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think people are now it's like really getting into the NFL now, so it's like we gotta perform a lot more, which is cool about me. As long as you pay those guys more to perform, which I'm starting to
Hmm.
see in the market right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I think that a second bye week, yeah, I think that will come in handy for guys. 'Cause I mean, it's a long season. I think that's something to think about, maybe consider. I don't know who I could talk to about that, but if I can find out information about it, I'll get back to you about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Follow up question to that though. So when you played, did you prefer having your bye week like earlier in the season, or would you prefer to have it later?
I prefer to have it later in the season
Mm,
because it was better because your body needed a break, especially if you're going to be playoff bound. You wanted that bye week
yeah.
in the late of the season. I think it was actually better because you had time to recover any injuries you had. You had time to go get treatment. I think that meant a lot to the guys. I want to say majority of the time you were in the treatment room because the season's so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think later in the season is better than earlier. Especially if you're a playoff team, you're gonna be one of those guys that's in that playoff hunt. Yeah, I think it's way better later.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
For sure.
You want to move on to the next question, Nolan?
Yeah, absolutely. So another one of our guys, or another host that's not here tonight, his name's Blake. He wanted to ask you how practices at Alabama compare to practices in the NFL. I know you just mentioned about how you're already basically just a step below the NFL pace already at Alabama with the coaching staff that's surrounding you, just how you guys approach every game. But is there anything that's different about is there more like trainer attention at the college level? Different things like that.
I think it's just the way we work. I think Coach Saban, I mean, when he was there, the head new coach.
Yeah.
I think that when I was under Coach Saban, I think that our practices were super hard. I think that they're probably longer than they were supposed to be long. But I think that the way he made it like an NFL practice, half line drill, one on ones. He made it just like the NFL. Like when I got to NFL, it was just like I was in college all over again. What's up? We didn't wear pads as much. That's the
Yeah.
only difference. Because college we wore pads just about every other day. But I think that it it really make you tough because when things get rough in the league, it really make you think back that hey, I went through hell to get here. I know what hell feels like to work my ass off in the summer heats and put those pads on all the time, wet soaking pads, things that you like, oh my god. So it's like when you get there, it's like this isn't so bad. I can do this. And that speed is different. I mean, I'm going against Dante Hightower, Marcel Darius at practice. NFL caliber guys that was already on NFL levels and they're doing the same thing they did in college, the same thing in the NFL. So it's like you blocking those guys, you know you can make it.
Absolutely. Just the sheer level of competition, especially back then for Alabama. I mean, they keep it consistent with their recruiting, but like
Right.
you're basically playing against, like you just said, NFL caliber players already, like people who are bound for the league. So you do it there, you feel that confidence to be able to replicate it. But yeah, so that's very cool. I have another follow up question, not really related to that though. Who's the funniest player that you've ever played with? Like just the dude who made you laugh the most in the league.
The funniest player I ever played with. That's a good question.
Besides Philip Rivers trash talk, that's its
Inside
own
favorite trash
category.
talking. Okay, all right. I'll leave Phil out of this one. Yeah, the funniest player I ever played with. Mm, that's a good question. I can't think of too many guys that really like hilarious like that. Like I saw a lot of guys I played with were kind of serious, but I don't think I really had guys like that. But I had a coach like that who I thought was hilarious.
Who?
Pete Carroll. He was
There you
hilarious.
go.
Now I had a coach like that. I mean, he was hilarious, man. He would tell those stories in the team meeting rooms where I'll be in there cracking up. Now, you talking about player? I can't really tell you to a player, but I can tell you about coaches though. 'Cause I thought Coach Carroll was pretty hilarious. He used to tell stories about some about a dog and a puppy, something like about a puppy, and then we all used to like be quiet, and someone had to come, some new guy would come in, he tells his whole story, and then gets to come up there and tell his life story. He's like, "Oh no, get back, get back," But it just like being in that type of environment. I thought that was pretty cool. And I think Pete Carroll's probably one of the funniest coaches in the league. People don't really know, but he got some good stories.
That's pretty cool. All right, so we got a couple of extra questions here. One
All
of
right.
mine was who's better at 2K, you or Nolan?
Oh, it's definitely DJ.
Oh man, I think well, see, Nolan's more of the Steve Nash. He's a great passer, but I'm more like the Kawhi Leonard. I'm just going. He passed it. I'm definitely gonna shoot it. We
That's
got a
wicked
good
funny.
we got a good combo going though.
So what do
But he
you
is good though. He is pretty good though.
do you guys play My Player together?
Oh yeah,
Or
oh yeah.
word? So what's your player's build? What do you
I
build in?
have a two way two way 3 level shot creator.
Oh, so Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Point guard.
That's
Yeah,
wicked cool.
every time DJ hops on, he's like, "All right, what build do you want me to get?" Because he knows he's just got one for every situation, and
Got to.
he's like, "All right, how are we gonna win tonight? You want me to play defense, or you want me to take all the shots?"
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah,
That's
for
wicked
sure.
funny.
Heck
All
yeah.
right. So the other question I had was, can you talk about your current situation right now? Like with your current contract with the
Right
Raiders?
now, I so before I left, so the Raiders picked me up November, I believe. Yeah, late November.
Hmm.
I came to assigned to their practice squad, which I was grateful for, because I was just coming off injury. Someone actually gave me a chance, and I honestly I came in there with the mindset like I still got it, and I do
Yeah.
still got it. I
Hmm.
just needed our opportunity to showcase that. Even though showcase that at the Alabama Pro Day. I had a few teams pass on me like, oh, well, we don't know. Well, we'll call back check back. Some teams were super excited. Some coaches were super excited. Like, dang, he's moving fast. He's in shape. He's great. He's light. He's super light. His feet are fast. All those great things they would say. And that's cool. I mean, I get it's a business, but I just was more hungry than the next guy. I'll
Yeah.
say that because I got something to prove. If I'm gonna hurt, if I'm gonna go out on an injury, let me go out of the league on something that happened to me, not some punk little injury of a meniscus.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. But the Raiders gave me a chance. I came in there, balled out. I was on P squad, and I was okay with that. It was an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about the money. It was more about getting an opportunity. And I showcased that I can play. So I mean, it was like, look, you know what? We're gonna bring you back. We enjoy having him here. He's a great president, great presence in the locker room. Great for our young guys to be around. And I come in there to work. I'm in there at 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. in the morning time, working with them, working during the season. Because I'm just putting in extra work. Because that's the type of player I am. The type of person I I am today. And I have to be that way because I know there are younger guys that are coming in for the draft. And I get that. But I gotta be on my A game twice as hard than they have to. They got youth over me, and I got more
Mhm.
of age and wiseness. It's still strong and fast at the same time, but still, the difference between me and some of the young guys, I got that dog in me, man. You can't coach the dog. You can't coach a guy that's gonna dominate a player every single play because it's gonna talk shit the whole time and tell you, hey, I'm gonna dominate your ass. You know, there ain't too many guys out there like that. But that's what separates me from the guys that come in, finessing, and then guys that are real dogs on the field, you
Mhm.
know. And honestly, they brought me back for a future contract in January. So I'm super excited about that. I thank God for it because it's an opportunity that I really wanted. And now I get to go out there and prove myself when August is for training camp. I plan to come with it,
Yeah.
you know. So honestly, I'm just really thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And
That's awesome, man.
no, yeah, and you and I had talked about that. When we're playing 2K, you're just
Yeah.
ready for that day to come. You're ready for that next day of camp to start up and all
Yep. Can't
that,
wait.
and you're out there, man. You're ready for it. Well,
That's
go ahead, Tyler.
I'll tell you what, man. The Patriots. That's my team. That's my favorite team. They surely could use your services. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, turnstile right now, and they actually don't have a tackle. They have one, so that's always great going into the season. But
Right.
just
Oh no,
thought I'd
I
throw
get
that
it.
out there.
I mean, I had to try for those guys too. Earlier, a little bit later in the year too. But anyway, things don't work out. I mean, Belichick was happy. I think Belichick reminds me of Coach Saban so much. Very
Really?
similar. Oh yeah, they're probably about the same size. Maybe Belichick made me a little too just taller, but they remind me of each other. Hey, I had a
That's
great conversation with him. Great dude. Great dude.
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for
Awesome.
sure. Well, DJ, with everything kind of being focused on the draft now, and JC saying he needs to get a Fluker jersey, might need to see if we can get that rolling. But
That was a
Okay.
San Diego Chargers jersey. That'd be A1.
Anyway,
A1.
I have probably like 10 jerseys from each team I play for.
there you go.
That's wicked
Yeah,
cool.
I just bought them and just kept them. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are yours. Like that's
yeah, you
Yeah,
have
so
to.
when they got a charity event or something like that, I'll sign one, auction it off. So
There you
I
go.
do things like that for Mobile or my coaches in New Orleans that I was with, and my coaches in Alabama. I do that for. So a lot of people ask for them, which I'm kind of shocked though, because it's like I ain't Dante Hightower, I ain't Trent Richardson, I ain't these Julio
Yeah,
Jones, but but I think it's because of just the person I am, and many people want to gravitate to me. So it's like I want to have
absolutely.
something that I can remember that guy by because of who he is, not about a player, but who he is as a person,
Mhm.
which is dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Well, DJ, with the NFL draft kind of becoming the focus, obviously free agency stuff is all over the place, but the draft is in focus. I just kind of want to ask you, how that process was for you. I mean, you were the 11th overall pick in your draft class, so I mean, you had plenty to look forward to and lots of things to take care of during that whole process. I imagine, so what would your message be to this upcoming draft class of guys that have the potential that top 15 pick and have maybe a little bit more pressure than say maybe a 6th round pick, something like that.
Right. I mean, it's amazing to get drafted now. When you
Oh
see
yeah,
finally
no,
see
yeah, for
see
sure.
$1 million to come to your account, it's like wow, I've never even had even close to that. But the thing you have to remind yourself is when the NFL starts to become a job to you, it's no longer fun. For the guys that are already in the third, fourth, fifth round, sixth round, 7th round picks, some of them guys, them are some of the guys that get paid the major deals because they're still working hard. Now don't get me wrong, first round pick. A lot of guys we last and so forth, but some of them guys in that third, fourth round, they're like diamonds. You know, and they may shine in ways that you will never know. So it doesn't really matter about where you get drafted. It's about that. I tell you the best way my coach always said. He said, "Don't ever judge me early, judge me late." That's what he always told me, and I never understood that till I got older. You may like me, you may not like me in the beginning, but in the end, you don't like me because I'm gonna be the guy that you're gonna need. That's how I look at it. So if anybody had any advice for the guys that go in the later rounds, don't. It doesn't matter as long as you can put them pads on and hit a man in the mouth. Have fun. Be who you are. Be encouraged. Stand on everything you work for, and your gift will make room for you. I'll tell those guys that if I haven't seen them today, that's what I would tell those guys.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
awesome.
All right.
So,
Well,
maybe one more question.
Go for it.
So like, what was it like when you got the call? Like what type? What's like the process there? Like, did the owner call you? Did the coach call you? Like, who called you? What was your process?
I think for I think the owner had called me, if I'm mistaken, which is what the owner. No, no, not the owner. It was the Tom Telesco that called me. Actually, he was now at the Raiders now.
Yep.
He
Yep.
called me, and I'm not too hip on where places are. All right, because I was young. Now I heard about San. Yeah, you want to be a San Diego Charger? I was like, San Diego Charger. I was like, where's San Diego? So I didn't know. You gotta understand. I'm from New Orleans, so it's like a lot of stuff we didn't have. I didn't have cell phones. I didn't have like all that internet access like some kids were fortunate to have because I was in a poor. We was in a different kind of state of living. So I
Yeah.
didn't have access to those type of things. I didn't even know I was the number one kid, number one recruit in the country till later on, until I got older. And then I had a 5-star around my name, and had some guy. Oh, well, actually not some guy. It was just one of my friend named Tom Lee, who was in Foley. I was saying me and Julio Jones went to the same high school. But he was telling, dude, you're the number one recruit in the country right now in offensive tackle. So it's like, all this stuff I was like late on. But then, I found about San Diego. That's where I got drafted. So I called for the Chargers. San Diego Chargers was like, okay, where's San Diego? It's in California. Didn't even know. I didn't know. I mean, that had to tell you something right there. A lot of kids don't even know where half the cities are. But it was cool. It was a great experience. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation I had with Mr. Telesco during that time. When I finally got there, literally, we had a draft party that night. I was on the flight 2 hours later. So it was a fun experience. I enjoyed it. I would always remember it. I always remember those times, and it's a moment you'll never forget in life. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely, my man.
for sure.
So yeah, thank you very much for coming out for talking to us. I really hope to see you playing when it comes to the regular season next year. With talking to you here for 30 minutes, I know you're gonna put your heart and soul into it, and I mean, like I said, like there's plenty of teams that should be asking for your services, and my team's one of them. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, DJ, again, thank you for coming on the show. Real quick, is there anything that you just kind of want to plug away? Anything outside of football that you want to promote here while you're on the show with us, and plug away and promote away if you have anything going on outside of football.
Now, I will tell the guys now, all these young guys who probably watching this now, go to Alabama and I roll tide. I just want to let you know, go to Alabama. It's the best place to be. You play with the best competition. Other than that, now if you need a good O-line coach in the next 3 years, I'll be available because I'll be down there coaching kids eventually. So just keep me in mind. My Instagram is DJ the Warrior 76 on Instagram. You are going to follow me. I do reply back from time to time when I do get a chance, but if not, if I'm busy working out or with my kids. Other than that, I appreciate you guys and thank you very much.
Awesome.
thank you, man.
Thank you so much, DJ. Appreciate it. I'll see you on 2K.
All right. All right.
All right,
I might
man.
have to get in on some of these games. I don't know.
You might
Might
need
have to.
to. You
I might
should. You
need to.
should.
It's 270 gigs on my Xbox, though. It's a lot of space.
Come on, man. Yeah, join the party on Call of Duty, man. I'm on Call of Duty too.
There you go.
So you want
That
Call
I
of Duty?
can
We
do.
can do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
All right.
For sure.
All right,
Thanks
fellas.
for
Thank you.
Yep. See you, DJ. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.